Hi everyone, it's Victor J, and today we're diving into a topic that's very personal to me, bipolar disorder and its impact on conflict resolution. As many of you may know, bipolar disorder is a mental health condition marked by extreme shifts in mood, energy, and activity levels. These shifts can range from periods of intense highs, known as mania, to debilitating lows, known as depression. Navigating the world with bipolar disorder can be incredibly challenging, impacting relationships, work, and overall well-being. One area that I've personally struggled with, and I know many others can relate, is conflict resolution. In this video, we're going to explore the specific ways bipolar disorder can make resolving disagreements and navigating difficult conversations particularly tough. We'll delve into the science behind these challenges and, most importantly, discuss strategies and resources that can help. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, the extreme mood swings that often come with bipolar disorder. These aren't just minor ups and downs. They can be intense, unpredictable, and sometimes overwhelming for both the person experiencing them and those around them. During a manic episode, a person with bipolar disorder might experience heightened energy, racing thoughts, impulsivity, and even irritability. Their mind can feel like it's running a mile a minute, making it hard to focus or slow down. They may talk rapidly, jump from topic to topic, and act on sudden urges without thinking through the consequences. This surge of energy and emotion can easily spill over into interactions with others, leading to misunderstandings, overreactions, and difficulty controlling their emotions during a disagreement. Even small issues can quickly escalate into major arguments simply because emotions are running so high. Imagine trying to have a calm, rational conversation when you feel like your mind is a speeding train and your emotions are on a hair trigger. It's tough, right? For someone in a manic state, even well-intentioned advice or gentle criticism can feel like a personal attack, making it nearly impossible to keep things in perspective. On the flip side, during a depressive episode, a person might feel hopeless, withdrawn, and emotionally numb. The world can seem gray and uninviting, and even simple tasks can feel insurmountable. Social interactions may feel exhausting or pointless, leading to isolation. They might lack the energy or motivation to engage in conflict resolution or even basic communication. It's not that they don't care, but rather that their emotional resources are completely depleted. Even responding to a text or making eye contact can feel like too much. It's like trying to have a conversation with someone underwater, muffled, distant, and incredibly frustrating for both parties involved. The person with bipolar disorder may want to connect, but the weight of depression makes it feel impossible, while loved ones may feel shut out or helpless. These intense emotional states can make it incredibly challenging for individuals with bipolar disorder to regulate their emotions, communicate effectively, and find common ground during conflicts. The constant shift between emotional extremes can leave everyone feeling off balance and unsure of how to move forward. In the aftermath, they might say or do things they wouldn't otherwise, leading to damaged relationships and increased feelings of guilt and shame. It's a cycle that can be hard to break, but understanding these patterns is the first step toward compassion and healthier communication. Beyond the emotional roller coaster, bipolar disorder can also significantly impact cognitive function, further complicating conflict resolution. These cognitive challenges are often invisible to others, yet they play a major role in how someone with bipolar disorder experiences and responds to conflict in their daily life. Both manic and depressive episodes can impair cognitive abilities such as focus, memory, judgment, and executive function. This means that even simple disagreements can quickly become overwhelming as the brain struggles to keep up with the demands of the situation. During a manic episode, racing thoughts and distractibility can make it difficult to follow conversations, remember details, or think clearly during a disagreement. The mind may jump rapidly from one idea to another, making it hard to stay present or focused on the topic at hand. Imagine trying to have a productive conversation when your mind feels like a crowded room full of competing voices. Every sound, every thought, and every emotion seems amplified, making it nearly impossible to filter out distractions or respond calmly. It's overwhelming and makes it nearly impossible to process information effectively. Even the simplest questions can feel like complex puzzles, and misunderstandings can easily arise. Conversely, during a depressive episode, individuals might experience brain fog, difficulty concentrating, and impaired decision-making. Everyday tasks can feel exhausting, and the ability to think things through or weigh options is often diminished. This can make it challenging to think clearly, problem solve, or even articulate their needs during a conflict. Words may not come easily, and expressing emotions or opinions can feel like an insurmountable task. It's like trying to think through a dense fog. Everything feels slow, sluggish, and frustratingly unclear. The world seems muted, and even the most basic interactions can feel confusing or overwhelming. These cognitive impairments can make it incredibly difficult for individuals with bipolar disorder to engage in the complex thinking and emotional regulation required for healthy conflict resolution. Recognizing these challenges is essential, not only for those living with bipolar disorder, but also for their loved ones, as it fosters greater empathy, patience, and understanding during moments of conflict. Now let's talk about empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Empathy is a fundamental part of human connection. It helps us build relationships, resolve conflicts, and offer support to those we care about. When we empathize, we're able to put ourselves in someone else's shoes, feeling what they feel, and seeing the world from their perspective. This skill is especially important in friendships, family relationships, and romantic partnerships, where understanding each other's emotions can make all the difference. Research suggests that individuals with bipolar disorder may experience difficulties with empathy, particularly during periods of mood instability. These challenges can show up in both manic and depressive episodes, making it harder to connect with others emotionally. For example, during a manic phase, a person might feel overly confident or distracted, missing subtle emotional cues from friends or loved ones. In a depressive phase, they might feel so overwhelmed by their own emotions that it becomes difficult to tune in to what others are feeling. This doesn't mean they lack empathy altogether, but rather that the brain regions involved in processing emotions and recognizing social cues might function differently. Scientific studies using brain imaging have shown that certain areas of the brain, such as the prefrontal cortex and amygdala, may not communicate as efficiently in people with bipolar disorder, especially during mood episodes. This can affect how they interpret facial expressions, tone of voice, or even body language. This can make it challenging to accurately interpret others' emotions, leading to misunderstandings and difficulty finding common ground during conflicts. Even well-intentioned conversations can spiral into arguments if one or both people are struggling to read each other's feelings. The result is often a sense of being misunderstood or unheard, which can strain even the strongest relationships. Imagine trying to resolve a conflict when you're struggling to understand why the other person is upset or hurt. You might want to help, but without a clear sense of their emotions, your efforts can fall flat or even make things worse. This can be frustrating for both people involved, leading to a cycle of confusion and disappointment. It's like trying to read a book in a foreign language. You might get the gist of it, but you're missing crucial nuances and context. The words are there, but the meaning is just out of reach. This can leave both people feeling disconnected, as if they're speaking different emotional languages. This difficulty with empathy can lead to feelings of isolation, frustration, and resentment on both sides of the conflict. Over time, repeated misunderstandings can erode trust and make it harder to repair relationships. Both the person with bipolar disorder and their loved ones may feel alone in their struggles, unsure of how to bridge the emotional gap. It's important to remember that this is not intentional, and that with support and understanding, individuals with bipolar disorder can learn to improve their empathy skills. Therapy, open communication, and patience from loved ones can make a significant difference. By working together, it's possible to strengthen emotional connections and build more resilient, compassionate relationships. The good news is that bipolar disorder is treatable, and with the right support, individuals can learn to manage their symptoms and improve their conflict resolution skills. Medication, such as mood stabilizers and antipsychotics, can help regulate mood swings, reduce the severity and frequency of episodes, and improve overall cognitive function. This can create a more stable foundation for engaging in healthy communication and conflict resolution. Therapy, particularly cognitive behavioral therapy and dialectical behavior therapy, can equip individuals with valuable tools for managing their emotions, challenging negative thought patterns, and developing effective communication skills. Cognitive behavioral therapy helps individuals identify and change the thoughts and behaviors that contribute to their emotional distress, while dialectical behavior therapy focuses on mindfulness, emotional regulation, distress tolerance, and interpersonal effectiveness. These therapies can be incredibly empowering, providing individuals with practical strategies for navigating conflicts in a healthy and productive way. Finally, let's talk about the importance of family dynamics and support in managing bipolar disorder and improving conflict resolution skills. Living with or supporting someone with bipolar disorder can be challenging, and families often face unique stressors. High levels of family conflict, criticism, and expressed emotion have been linked to increased symptom severity and relapse rates in individuals with bipolar disorder. On the other hand, a supportive and understanding family environment can make a world of difference. When families educate themselves about bipolar disorder, learn effective communication strategies, and practice patience and empathy, they can create a more stable and nurturing environment for their loved one. Family therapy can be incredibly beneficial, providing a safe space for family members to communicate openly, address conflicts constructively, and develop strategies for supporting their loved one while also taking care of their own well-being. If you or someone you love is struggling with bipolar disorder and its impact on relationships and conflict resolution, please know that you're not alone in this journey. There is hope, and help is available. Reaching out to a mental health professional is crucial for receiving an accurate diagnosis, developing a personalized treatment plan, and learning effective coping mechanisms. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. With the right support, treatment, and self-care strategies, individuals with bipolar disorder can live full, meaningful lives and build healthy, fulfilling relationships. Conflict is a natural part of life, but with the right tools and support, it doesn't have to control your life.